All right, you know what that means? We are now less than 72 hours away from one of the biggest nights in music. The 63rd Annual Grammy Awards show airs this Sunday evening right here on CBS 2. And this morning we are speaking exclusively to two nominees who are both LA natives. Now, Thundercat is up for Best Progressive R&B Album for It Is What It Is. That album was executive produced by Flying Lotus, who has been nominated for Producer Non-Classical. And the two artists are undoubtedly shaking up the music industry and elevating culture along the way. There is the ultra creative, colorful, and unforgettable works of Flying Lotus, whose real name is Steven Ellison. And the equally talented, over-the-top, and fashionable artistry of Thundercat, whose parents named him Steven Bruner. The common denominator between the two, both are up for Grammys this year. Did you call each other? Did you say, hey, bro, did you see this?
It was like, you're nominated for a Grammy. I was like, I'm gonna go get some Funyuns. I was like,
some old school Funyuns.
Yeah, it was pretty surreal because I was not looking for myself at all. When my phone started just going off, and I was like,
yeah,
no way.
Lotus, a respected musician, producer, and rapper, along with Thundercat, a notable singer and bassist, have both worked together on a number of projects with other artists. Big names like Kendrick Lamar.
Let's talk about the videos. The do-rag video is my favorite. Just the whole swag, being in the backyard, the water hose, the little rainbow going through, everything is just dope.
We're specifically talking about do-rag. I feel like there was a moment for me and Zach Fox that was a bit genuine because we had spent a lot of time together on the internet talking trash and getting literally banned on Twitter. Or
someone who knows him, it's just like a regular day.
They are most certainly overjoyed with their latest Grammy nominations, but agree this past year has been a challenging one.
What has it been like making music during the pandemic?
It sucks. I think when the album came out, we kind of could sense it was going to be some weird, but we didn't know what was going to really happen.
At the end of that record, you sound just so defeated. That was it. That's all you had. Yeah. I'm done. Yeah. I'm spent.
It was really intense emotionally to put something out that emotional, to not be able to move forward and do anything.
Raw emotions after the sudden and tragic loss of their dear friend, rapper Mac Miller, who died from an apparent drug overdose.
And for both of us, that was like a horrible moment, like a real one.
It was so tragic, just because he was so young, obviously, and we all kind of felt like he was on the mend.
Both say Miller was part of the inspiration behind the nominated album, It Is What It Is, in which Flying Lotus served as its executive producer. Flying Lotus also pays tribute to Miller in two songs on his own album, Flamagra. Then there's the current narrative of race and division in our country over the past year.
Let's talk about race now, because this past year was pretty huge. When you think about George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery.
It's the part where everybody, again, now gets a front row seat, where you're like, oh, it is really happening. That's not a fake thing. A lot of the time, people would almost try to remove themselves from it, like, oh, that's not. And it's like, no, it's actually at your front door.
I need to see more black people saying don't kill us. I need to see white people out there. I need to see how y'all gonna make a difference, how people gonna make a difference in the world.
For now, the two have plans to keep moving forward with the hopes of bringing together people from all walks of life through their music, one lyric at a time.
There's a bit of synchronicity on so many levels. Me and him, spiritually, mentally.
And guess what, folks? We have a web extra. Flying Lotus shares footage that he found recently from 2001 featuring the then unknown Thundercat and a fellow collaborator with Kendrick Lamar. You can just go to our website, cbsla.com, and click on Seen on TV. All right, Suzanne, do it with me. Baby girl, how do I look in my do-rag? I love those guys. They were so awesome. And Danny, I think you hit it on the dot. They were very chic. I should have with just, a little basic, clean T-shirt because I was trying to play it down. I was like, look. I could have showed up rocking some Gucci or something like you guys.
Yeah, they definitely are. They walk in like rock stars. It's like, who is that?
Yeah.
Even if you don't know who they are, now you know.
Yeah.
And their music is just so incredible, and they're so humble. They've worked with
Very
everybody
humble
in the
guys.
music industry, but it's nice to be able to profile them because they're incredible.
And thank you. Thanks to you for hooking that up. She asked me
my
a couple of
husband.
weeks ago. She was like, would you like to interview? I was like, yeah, put me on, girl.
I'd love to interview them too. Actually, a few years ago on the Grammys red carpet, I interviewed Thundercat when he was nominated with Kendrick Lamar, and he was wearing a puffer jacket and some jeans. I said, oh my gosh, look at you. He goes, you know, I just decided to show up, just like the Funyuns. He's so low key, but it makes him more cool.
Love them.
They're awesome. What talented artists.